sink in. Like, really, I got selected for this interview because it's such a big thing for everyone. Like, it's like a dream to be selected in this interview. Start early and be consistent, and build your profile over LinkedIn because it's very important to get connected with different type of people. Do relevant projects, take ownership of your learning, and don't wait for placement season to begin your preparation.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Skill Sapiens, the success blueprint where real stories meet real inspiration. Today we are diving into a story that perfectly blends finance, data, and sheer determination. Our guest today is not just a regular MBA student, but she's someone who has turned numbers into opportunities and analytics into a breakthrough. Currently pursuing her MBA at Lovely Professional University with majors in finance and HR, she has cracked something really big. A Power BI analyst internship at Slumberger, a multinational company. And here's the kicker. She is the first student in the past 4 years to land this role. So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's dive into this journey of strategy, skill, and breaking boundaries. Please welcome the data queen herself, Saumya Singh.
Hi Ritika, thank you so much for such a beautiful introduction. I'm looking forward to interact with you.
I'm also very much excited to talk to you, Saumya. Now, first of all, a huge congratulations to you on your Slum Burger selection from my side. I'm really sure it's a big moment for you. So, to start with the podcast, I'd like to start with where it all began. You have got a background in mathematics honors, I believe, is that right?
Yes.
So, having said that, what made you pivot into the world of MBA and especially into finance and HR when it was not at all your domain and you were completely from a different background?
First of all, thank you so much for congratulating me. My journey all started with a deep interest in numbers and logic, which led me to pursue BSc in mathematics honors. Over time, I realized that I was not only fascinated by numbers, but also by how they translate into business decisions. That is something which pushed me towards an MBA, and especially in finance and HR. The fields that blends analytical thinking with human created strategy. Finance gives me the quantitative edge, while HR teaches me the people dynamic behind the organization. Together, they offer me a balanced foundation for solving the real world business problems.
That's very well. Now that you have mentioned that you were really good with numbers and your analytical skills are also very decent, I'd like to ask, did your analytical background give you kind of an edge while you were navigating through subjects like finance and data analytics?
Yeah, absolutely. I have an edge. My math background helped me build a solid foundation in logic, structured thinking, and problem solving. What I thought, all of which are crucial in finance and analytics. Subjects like financial modeling, Power BI, and Excel. Uh, they came with certain logics. Like if you are aware about the logics, like which formula you have to put where, how are you able to find that thing. So it's really important to have some logics and have some analytical skills. So I thought that it was not just about solving the equations; it was about interpreting data to make a meaningful decision. So yeah, it truly gives me a most important edge in my finance field.
Amazing, Soumya. That's really very well put. Now, let's talk about the big moment of yours, which is Slumberger. It's rare, and we have heard that you are the first one in the past 4 years from LQ to back that position in Slumberger as a Power BI analyst role specifically. Now, I'd like to ask, how did this opportunity actually come to your way, and what was the selection process kind of like?
Yeah, actually, it's been a surreal experience. The opportunity came through the our campus placement cell. Slum Budget was looking for someone who has a strong analytical skill with certain deep knowledge in Power BI. So the selection process has multiple rounds, starting with resume shortlisting now. Then it is followed by an aptitude test. After that, I had given a technical interview, and after technical interview, I appeared in the HR interview. So it's quite a long process. So it stage was challenging. but it also gives me a chance to showcase my technical knowledge as well as my problem solving approach.
Yeah, I'm really sure you must be having great skills. That is why you have backed this position. I'm really sure about that. Now, but that you have mentioned it was an on-campus drive. I believe all of your peers must have registered for this company, and there in LPU, obviously, there are literally thousands of students. So, I'd like to ask that out of all those thousands of students, hundreds of students, you were the only one who got that position, and that's really commendable of you. Now, in your opinion, I'd like to ask what was the key things that made you stand out?
So what I think is it is all about the combination of factors like my strong analytical foundation and my relevant projects during my MBA and the fact that I have already done a Power BI certification. So I did not just focus on theory. I worked on real financial analysis projects in Power BI, which helped me show my practical knowledge during the interview process. Also, I make sure to communicate my thought process clearly in the interview, which I believe made a strong impression.
That's really very nice. Now, also, Soumya, you mentioned that you actually did a Power BI certification course. I heard that. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, can you tell me something? I mean, that's really commendable. That's really incredible of you. But can you tell me something more about it? Like, when did you start with it? When did you take it up? And how did it actually help it in your interview? I must it did. So, how did it help you in your interview?
Okay. So I pursued the Power BI Fundamental Certificate from the Corporate Finance Institute. Basically, it all started when there is a gap between my MBA and my bachelor's. So during that time, I was quite free. So I just thought of learning something new, which I have never been through. So I just came to know that data visualization is currently in trend. So I thought that it helped me to understand the thing deeply. Like I am when I saw a video over YouTube, like it gives me like feel like I have to do this certification. So during the interview also, because of the certification, I was able to speak confidently about its features because I have been through the certification. So I even give the example to the interviewer. I also showed him my dashboard which I made during my certification. So these all things gives me a quite an edge above others in the interview.
I'm really sure actually this also helps me understand that you actually utilize your leisure time very effectively. And obviously, no one knows whatever skill you actually learn in your free time, and as it is when you're not very much interested in it, and that might also give you an edge in something that you really want to pursue in your life. So that is really commendable, Soumya. You have really impressed me. And now on that note, there's one question that I would really like to ask to you, and I was looking forward to ask to you from the very beginning. The question is, how did you actually react when you found out that you have been selected in this internship? What was the moment like, and what was your first call after that?
Okay. Honestly, I was overwhelmed. Like it took me a moment to sink in. Like really, I got selected for this interview because it's such a big thing for everyone. Like it's like a dream to be selected in this interview, internship. Sorry. So my first call was to my parents, like because they have been my biggest supporters throughout my journey. So I still remember the emotion in their voices. It also gives me goosebumps right now. So it was just a mix of pride and joy. That moment made all my hard works truly worth it.
Obviously, I can see that in your voice right now, also, how proud you and your parents must be. And I believe you are also a great example of how the right mix of background, self learning, and focus can lead you to amazing opportunities. So, my next question is about that. What advice would you give to your fellow MBA students who are still trying to land top internships when you have already achieved that?
Okay. My biggest advice would be start early and please be consistent. Because during our MBA, we had to do a lot of things. So the biggest problem is we can't become consistent in something because sometimes we have to do some assignment or there are many more things lined up. So we start early and be consistent and build your profile over LinkedIn because it's very important to get connected with different type of people. Do relevant projects, take ownership of your learning, and don't wait for placement season to begin your preparation. Start early. Please start early because it's the most important thing. And also the most important thing which I believe like in your journey, every step counts, even the ones that seems small at the time. So please take initiative of taking that smallest steps in your life, because
Awesome,
it could be a
Soumya.
game changer for you.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. That's really a very practical advice to all of your mates, and I believe that they must be taking a note right now. Also, I hope my viewers are also. So that these are some really good preparation tips for you all. So yes, start balancing your classes with all the learning that you can get from out there. Go for it and also start polishing your skills. Thank you so much, Soumya. Now let's move to our next segment, which is kind of a bit of a fun segment. It's a quick, rapid fire round. The rules are that you have to answer in one word or one sentence. All right, shall we start?
Okay.
All right. So my first question to you is: would you choose Excel or Power BI?
Power BI.
Okay. Next, would you choose HR presentations or financial reports?
Financial proposals.
Okay. Data cleaning or data visualization?
Data cleaning.
Late night hustle or early morning grind?
Early morning.
Okay, moving on to more of your personal life. What do you prefer, chai or coffee?
Coffee.
Okay, on days when you are exhausted with those studies, what kind of music do you listen to the most?
Basically, I listen something which gives me peace, because it's very important in day-to-day hustle where we have to deal with a lot of things. So basically, I listen to the lo-fi music.
Okay, and any hobby that kind of makes you happy and you it lifts up your mood whenever you are tired or exhausted with your work.
So it can be a strange thing, but cooking,
Okay.
it just relieves my stress.
Yeah, it's not at all strange. Even I enjoy cooking the most, and it's really good. It's a good of an activity. It's really nice. Okay, so on that note, we are ending this rapid fire segment round, and we are moving towards the end of this podcast. So, this episode was actually a reminder that success isn't accidental. It's earned with intention, action, and sometimes a late night Coursera session. Is that right, Soumya?
Yes, right.
Okay, now thank you so much for joining us. You really answered my question in a thought provoking way. I really appreciate Soumya. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for shooting this
Thank you
podcast.
so much for inviting me to your podcast.